Hello, teachers from all over the world. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing great. I'm so happy to have you here again. If this is your first time here, teacher, I'd like to say welcome. Don't forget to give us a like and subscribe so you don't miss on anything because this channel is for you. And if you have any question you would like to ask or any topic you would like to see here, please don't hesitate. Write it down in the comments. This is the second video of the series Preparing Your Students for International Exams. The first one was on reading. Today we're going to be talking about writing. If you want to check out the one about reading, please check the link in the description. Okay? So let's start, shall we? All right, teachers. So we are preparing our students for the writing part of the test. What do we need to do first? First, we need to show them models. Which are the models? For example, if my students are going to be writing a letter, I need to show them 3 different letters. If they're going to be writing an email, they need to see some emails, not just 1 or 2, more than 2. Okay, the same with an essay. It depends on what they need to write in the exam. Why? They need to look at the layout. Okay, if it's a letter, they need to see how to begin, how to open the letter with Dear Mr. Smith, and how to end the letter. They need to see the opening of the letter, an introduction. They need to see how it ends. Okay, if they are looking at essays, they need to see the introduction, what the introduction looks like, what a conclusion looks like. Okay, and in terms of text structure, this is important too. They need to see what the first paragraph contains, what the last paragraph contains. If it's a story, where do they start, how they end. Okay, so that's the first point. At the end of the video, I'm going to show you one model so you know you can see what I mean. Okay, now analyzing the question. I am going to show you 4 different questions for 3 different levels. The first one is for a level A2. Normally, the exam is key, okay, the Cambridge exams. Question 31. You're going shopping with your English friend Pat tomorrow. Write an email to Pat. The candidate needs to understand what he is going to do. Okay, I'm going to write an email. Immediately, I think about the opening and the closing for the email, what the email looks like, okay? And look at this. This is guided writing. Say where you want to meet, what time you want to meet, and what you want to buy, okay? I need to be able to follow all the instructions because if I don't cover one of these points, I'm going to be penalized, okay? Following instructions always means that I know how many words I need to write. Okay, so that is another thing. Our candidates need to write the specific number of words that they are asked to write. Of course, there is a range. If they write 25, here it says 25 or more, I expect to see 25 to 35 words, more or less, no more than that. Okay, another example. Look at the 3 pictures. Write the story shown in the pictures. Write 35 words or more. So in this case, our students or our candidates need to be able to write a narration by looking at the pictures. Okay, so you need to analyze the questions with the students. What do you need to do? How many words? Do you need to write about all the pictures or some of them? Can you make up the story? Can you add something else? Okay, all those things you need to analyze with them. Another one, another model. This is for a B1 level. And they need to write an article. Write an article telling us what you find funny and who you enjoy laughing with, okay? And the question, it's what makes you laugh. They need to write an article, and for B1, they ask you to write 100 words, okay? We need to analyze the question. Another one. This is an example for IELTS. They need to write an essay. So the question here, some people believe that a person's culture is defined by their country of origin, while others believe that has only a minor influence. Discuss both views, okay? If the candidate only talks about one part, like the person's culture is defined only by their country of origin, the essay is going to be incomplete, okay? It says discuss both views and give your opinion. Make sure, if you are preparing your students for IELTS, that you cover every part of the question. These are our examples. Now, let me go back. Okay. Once we have analyzed the question, the third step is outlining the answer. Tell your students they should take 2 or 3 minutes of the time of the exam to outline the answer. Because what you see at exams is that candidates don't take the time to do that, so they don't organize their ideas correctly. Okay, they start writing whatever comes to their mind, and they need to stop, think about how they are going to organize their writing, and then start writing. So even if it's just a few notes, they need to do it. Okay, now paragraphing. Paragraphing is crucial. If examiners don't see that candidates are dividing their writing into paragraphs, they are going to deduct some points, because that's part of the art of writing, okay? Being able to separate ideas with paragraphs. Okay, now coherence and cohesion. When we see the model, I am going to show you what I mean by coherence and cohesion. But coherence basically means being able to connect ideas logically among paragraphs, okay? And cohesion is the use, I'm going to say it in a simple way, the use of connectors, the use of pronouns, and other words that link ideas between sentences, okay? Finally, register. Is it a formal letter or an informal one? You saw the example about writing to a friend, sorry. Okay, so it's informal vocabulary that I need to write or that I need to use. Okay, be careful with that. Talk about appropriacy or a level of formality with your students. Now I'm going to show you the example. Now, teachers, here is the model. As you can see, this is a narration by Anna Gray, who is 11 years old. This is just an example, okay? Look at the way that she is beginning to talk about, or she's beginning to tell her story. I've just finished my first week at a new school, okay? She uses 3 lines. Then the second paragraph. It was very strange on our first day. Okay, so first she's talking about her first week at school. Then she moves on to give more detail about her strange first day. Then she continues to talk about the timetable. Just 2 lines. And as you can see, we don't have run-on sentences here. That is another thing you need to tell your students. Here with this model, I want to show you the grammar, I want to show you the layout, I want to show you the register, I want to show you coherence and cohesion, okay? So here, this person is using present perfect. I've just finished, okay? Then simple past, because it's a story, simple past, there was and there were, but she's also using present here, Okay? Again, past, etc. Now, the way that I begin and the way that I finish is what I was telling you about. If she's writing a story, first she needs the context, and then the worst thing is that I have lots more homework to do now. Now she is talking about her present. First she starts talking about the first week at school, and then she connects it to the present. So it's relevant now. Another thing is that you can see here the connectors. When, connector now, connector but, okay, to express contrast between ideas. Now, this is not like a formal story. It's probably a story that you can tell your friends. So the vocabulary is not going to be formal. We are using here a neutral register or a neutral level of formality. Okay. And again, like I said, paragraphing. If you see, she has divided her story into paragraphs. All that is what you need to show your students. Okay. Again, layout. They need to work with models. Show them the layout. Show them the text structure. Okay. Remind them about the appropriacy, formal, informal, neutral. Tell them about paragraphing, okay? Connectors are really important, and the text structure, okay? If you are able to extract all those things from the models that you use, then you are going to tell your students to replicate what they saw. But first, they need to analyze the models. That's why the models are so important. All right? All right. Well, these are some pointers when preparing your students for an international exam. Remember, these are only pointers. If you want to know more about how to prepare your students, you can visit our website or you can write it in the comments. You can ask all your questions. And we'll be very happy to answer all of them. All right? See you next time, teachers. Don't forget to like our video and subscribe. Bye.